Hello everybody, Battlewolf here. Okay, so where we last left off, we just finished saving Arc 7 from a Romulan invasion, and got that all taken care of. Now Starfleet wants us to go to the Harlequin system. And the Lassie pirates have been increasing attacks around there. So we need to figure out what they're doing and why they're in that system. So, first of all, let's talk to Spock.
May I suggest we arm our weapons and raise shields now in case of trouble, Captain?
That might not be a bad idea.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Okay, Hora.
We are ordered to the Harlequin star system, sir.
Right. Let's first find out about the Harlequin system.
Harrison Gruen.
No, not Harrison Gruen.
Ambassador Harrison Gruen
he is.
has served with distinction.
Okay.
Harcourt,
No.
Harlequin.
Here we go.
A Federation star system with two Class M worlds, both inhabited. Harlequin 3, Vardane, is an Earth colony that has been involved in controversy on more than one occasion. Harlequin 5, Aloysia, is a non-Federation world heavily influenced by Alasi pirates.
Sounds like the big area for where they're at. Vardane we will hear from again.
Harappa, a star system whose fourth planet is the inhabited Class M world Chameleon. Chameleon has long been dominated by Alasi pirates, but lately has been struggling to break free of their influence.
Okay, Harappa is the one next to it, which we will have to go to. I just thought I would get that taken care of there. Let's find out about Vardane.
Vardane, the name for the third planet in the Harlequin system. Vardane is a reclusive member of the Federation, formed by isolationist humans in the late 22nd century. Vardane is a technocratic society which has received Federation assistance on numerous occasions, but has not shared its own scientific advances. Allegedly sponsoring banned eugenics experiments, the inquiry of Star 84650.6 was indefinitely postponed at request of the Vardane government. Recent alleged rights violations of Turgan 3 immigrants has prompted further Federation investigations.
So not a very nice group of people. Sounds like people who want to create the next con. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go there. That will be right here. Yeah, well, that's when we go to is over there, but right now we need to go here, so...
We have arrived at Harlequin. Two Ilasi ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived. It appears likely that we interrupted the pirate attack on the scout.
Message from the Alasi captain, sir.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and our prey. Prepare to die!
They all look the same. Alright, Spock.
The pirates have retrofitted some kind of energy beam to their ships, Captain. It's very difficult to detect.
So now they got phasers.
No response from the pirates, Captain.
Target analysis on.
Let's head for this guy here.
Aye, sir.
Okay, looks like he's fleeing. Alright, let's take care of his buddy here.
Sensors repaired, Captain.
Get those shields.
Aye, sir.
Front shields are...
Target analysis on.
Yes.
Target
again.
analysis on.
Let's pick up some speed here.
ion trail of the scout ship leads to the Harappan system, Captain.
Picking up the subspace signal, sir. It's very weak.
Patch it through, Lieutenant.
Enterprise? Is that you, Kirk? Friend Kirk, I can't believe they sent you to rescue me.
Oh no.
That sounds like... No, please, say it isn't.
I have a visual signal now, sir.
You've come to help me, Kirk. You've got to help me. I have had a terrible misunderstanding with the Alassi traders. Traders! They're out to kill me, Kirk.
Harry Mudd appeared in several original series episodes. He was a con man, a swindler, a smuggler. Think of a Ferengi, but worse and terrible at his job. No matter what scheme he did against the Enterprise, they always thwarted it. He is not very good, but he is despicable. Now, the guy who played Harry Mudd couldn't do the voice acting for this because he passed away beforehand. But he died. I think he died in '89. But the guy who does do this voice for Harry Mudd does a very good job because this sounds a lot like him. And if you want to know more about Harry Mudd, just look for those episodes. They all have something like about mess in it or something like that. That's why this is called Another Fine Mess. Because Harry Mudd is... Whew.
Fancy that.
Now see here, Kirk. I sold my Mudd's miraculogrammas in perfectly good faith. A little sideline work, you understand? Now they won't leave me alone. No. They're tracking me again. I can't send coordinates. You have to come protect me. I'm a registered ship with the Federation. Mudd out.
I'm afraid his ship is registered, Captain, and regulations require we respond to his distress signal.
What about our distress signal? Alright.
Starfleet confirms that we are to answer the distress signal and proceed to the Harappan system, Captain.
Computer analysis suggests 91.331% chance that the speaker was Harcourt Fenton Mudd, Harry, to his friends.
Well, it is him. I was hoping that maybe it was just a ruse. Okay. We got the
Captain's
log.
log.
Yeah, we got 12 points, so maneuverability is really fast. And as you notice how quickly Scotty fixed everything during the battle. Okay, let's go ahead and activate the computer and find out more about Harry Mudd.
Mudd. Harcourt Fenton. Harcourt Fenton, Harry Mudd, is one of the most infamous criminals at large in the Federation. A notorious con artist and troublemaker, Mudd has been imprisoned numerous times for petty crimes. While Mudd is not considered physically dangerous, he is quite devious and often uses dangerous means to ensure the success of his schemes. Starfleet captains who encounter Harry Mudd should be extremely wary.
Okay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head to the... What was it called? The Harappan? Rapa. What was I saying Harappan for? The Rapa system. And there's the ship he has. Interesting.
The Harappan system is binary, with a neutron pulsar in the vicinity causing difficulties with our sensor readings. I was able to trace Mudd's transmission to this derelict.
So, our friend Harry is on board, no doubt. Can you tell me anything about the derelict vessel?
There are 6 major subdivisions within the hull. All systems are down. There is, however, limited atmospheric integrity. The environment appears to be the result of a temporary save-a-ship life support generator. Not exactly a reliable model, Captain.
We're being hailed by Mr. Mudd, sir.
Captain, you came. I'm touched.
Harry, I have to be touched in the head to have anything to do with you. How's your lovely wife, Stella?
That was a dirty trick, Kirk. However, you'll be glad to know I let bygones be bygones. If the Enterprise will stand by and fend off any pirates, I'll just finish my salvage operations here and be out of your hair.
Computer records document that you filed notice that there was no salvageable value here, and that the ship was a common passenger tug.
Did I say no value? Minimal, Captain, minimal. I meant nothing but promising when I filed the report. We both know my judgment isn't always perfect.
That's an understatement.
I would say your judgment is never perfect, Harry. Perhaps we should beam over and judge the situation for ourselves.
Ah, that isn't necessary, Kirk. I can handle... I mean...
Harry, relax. We're old friends. We'll understand if things aren't picked up and looking neat. Kirk out.
I would very much like to see this alien ship, but the prospect of dealing with Harcourt Fenton Mudd again gives me pause.
Our orders are to render whatever assistance we can, sir.
Well,
Lawrence Shields, Captain.
let's go ahead and beam on down.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Welcome, Captain Kirk. So glad you're here. The Elazi have been terrible trouble to me.
Well, you're terrible trouble to me, Harry. Tell me what this is all about.
I happened upon this ship not long ago and dutifully registered as salvage, mind you. In the hold here, I discovered one of these devices in that box over there. When I tried one on a wall, it floated off the grease and dirt. Perfect for cleaning, near as I could see. I peddled a few of these Mudd's Miracle Degrimers, and everything was going perfectly well.
Then something went wrong, right?
Actually, no, Doctor, not then. I'd started offering a few other little items I found. Mudd's Limited Coffee Substitute, a great little specialty item. Lenses to affirm packaging build-your-own telescope kits. The collection of novelty paints, things like that. All of a sudden, the Elazi pirates are asking for me in every quadrant, wanting to know where I'm getting my goods.
I see, Harry. Well, we'll look around here while the Enterprise remains close by.
Look around all you like, Captain, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. I've registered this derelict as my salvage, and I don't want you running off with all my prizes.
Harry, as official representatives of the Federation and of Starfleet, we recognize your rights to legitimate salvage. Need I say more?
I understand perfectly, Captain. You carry on, Captain.
Okay, so very interlocking ship. Must have been like a cargo ship. There's no windows in here. All right, Spock. Let's go get let's first look around though.
This place is cluttered with stored goods of every sort. It would take an army of workers weeks to examine every container and determine what is inside. There are shiny, multi-sided spherical objects in this box. Odd-looking contraptions small enough to hold in one hand. This lens, about the size of one's thumbnail, magnifies like a fine optical glass. This container holds small mechanical components unfamiliar to you. This place is cluttered. Harcourt Fenton Mudd. Of course he's going to be honest and fair with you. James T. Kirk looks rather exasperated right now. Dr. McCoy looks like he would like to violate the Hippocratic Oath on Harry Mudd, but you know he won't. Lieutenant Buchard is standing around watching everyone else converse with Harry Mudd. Mr. Spock is as close to annoyed as a Vulcan can get.
Okay, let's talk with everybody.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
Kirk, now that we're together...
It was a rhetorical question, Harry.
Jim, you can't seriously be thinking of helping Mudd after all he's done.
Bones, Federation law is clear on this. Federation law protects everyone, even Harry Mudd.
Yeah, and we all know how devoted I am to Federation law.
About as much as the Klingons are devoted to pacifism.
So, you say you know how to break the gambling machines on Kurlon 4?
It's a system that cost a gambler his life, boy. He crawled up to me and whispered it with his dying breath. And it can be yours for a mere 200 credits.
Sorry, Mr. Mudd. My mother didn't raise any fools in her family.
Starfleet, you're all the same. No sense of adventure.
Given the past record of Harry Mudd, Captain, I strongly recommend that you do not trust him.
Mr. Spock, whatever gave you that impression? I thought Vulcans were supposed to be logical.
I am. Your record is that of a greedy, amoral, sociopathic fraud who preys upon human emotion, most notably gullibility.
For once, Spock, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Let's see.
Kirk, my friend, when have I ever given you the slightest bit of trouble?
There was the time that you tried to commandeer the Enterprise to sell Wive to miners. And then there was the time you stole the Enterprise to exchange us for androids, who were holding you prisoner.
Perhaps there have been a few minor misunderstandings.
Don't push your luck, Harry.
Okay. Well, so Spock scan. Oh, that's a McCoy really scan in here.
This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods.
Oh, you sound like a woman now.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Yeah, because Mudd is not human.
This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods.
Same thing there. Let's see if you can scan these things.
These are computer memory transfer media, probably designed for use with the alien computer system.
Like diskettes.
A
CDs.
small energy device with a flanged opening at the front, about the size of one's thumbnail.
Nothing to report, Cap. Nothing to report.
Oh yeah, McCoy can scan those though, since they're lens.
These lenses are finely made magnifiers. But I can't help wonder if that's what the aliens really use them for.
Alright, let's go ahead and pick up some of this stuff. Take some of this.
Done.
Take one of these.
Done.
And let's pick up one of these lenses.
Done.
Alright, let's take a look at them in our inventory. So these things are like CDs or diskettes.
Shiny dodecagons as long as one's hand. Highly reflective, shimmering with the prismatic rainbow look of oil on water.
Wow.
These lenses, about the size of one's thumbnail, magnify like fine optical glass. One of Mudd's miracle degrimers.
Alright, let's use this on the wall.
Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean as new.
Now, if you look at the opening there, it looks about the size of that. So, what if we connect this with this?
These two things fit together like they were made for each other. Mudd's miracle degrimer with lenses attached.
Now,
Well, now I think we know why the Alassi pirates were so interested in finding out where Mudd was getting these.
now if you remember the episode where we go to the Masada, Spock says that he registers an energy fire from an energy weapon that he had no knowledge of. that was unknown. That was it. This thing here is what will help them take the Masada. Because you would think, why would the pirates been able to take a Federation ship so quickly? Well, they had some very cheap ways of making a weapon. And they probably gave a lot of these to them and they just start firing them at everybody. So, that is how they did that. Alright, so let's go ahead and go in here.
You look but see nothing of note. Tall, transparent columns run through the ceiling. Energy crackles in between the dodecahedrons inside them. A Saber ship emergency life support generator, generally used for temporary life support during evacuation of small damaged ships.
Evidently, Mr. Mudd was unwilling to pay the price for a reliable salvage model.
A salvage lock hatch, a common type used to link a derelict to the ship doing the salvaging.
It appears that Harry Mudd managed to emplace this access hatch without significantly damaging the alien ship.
Will wonders never cease?
Still it is some damage, though.
Spock continues to examine the equipment with his scientist's eye. James T. Kirk, exploring the unknown is one of the few pleasures that the burden of command allows him. McCoy glances back and forth looking for a sign of Harry Mudd. Lieutenant Buchert watches and says nothing. He's the strong, silent type. A large claw-like device hangs from the ceiling.
Unlike humans, I do not decrease my efficiency with meaningless dialogue.
Spock, meaningless conversation is one of life's great pleasures.
Just think of it, Spock. An advanced civilization with powerful technology and nearly unlimited knowledge, and yet all of that didn't save them.
It is a sobering thought, Captain.
Well, Jim, as long as we don't strangle Harry Mudd, I can't see very much for me to do on this mission.
Let's hope there isn't too much for you to do back at the Enterprise.
When we get back to the Enterprise, you're gonna have to tell me everything you know about this Mudd guy. No, sir.
You know, Lieutenant, they say if you can't say anything good about a person, you shouldn't say anything at all. In that case, I've got a lot I shouldn't say about Harry Mudd.
Alright, let's scan the equipment here.
This Saber ship life support generator has seen a great deal of use. It was never a reliable model, being prone to break down without warning. It is, however, properly connected with warning alarms for temperature, atmosphere, and radiation. As one would expect, Mr. Mudd has sealed the hatch with his personal code. We cannot enter his ship, Captain.
I suspect that's a blessing in disguise, Mr. Spock.
This room appears to have been the alien ship's engine pod. A ship-to-ship access hatch and a temporary life support generator are evidently recent additions. An unusual matter-antimatter engine, reminiscent of the designs created by the Hoopoan of Segamus 4. This seems to be a crane of some sort, Captain. Currently, no power is running to it.
Okay, well, there's nothing more I could do here. But I talked and looked at everything, so let's go ahead and head back up this way. Oh, it's still filling around. Okay, at this point, I'm going to end this video and
Save new game. Replace save new.
And I'll see you all in the next video.